Hey everybody, today we're going to be doing the predicted 11 for Nashville SC versus New England Revolution in our first MLS home game of the season. Hey everybody, I'm Tyler. Thank you so much for tuning into Big TV once again. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button if you want to see more Nashville SC fan content. Today we are going to do the predicted 11 for this weekend's game. I think it's going to be quite obvious about who's going to play based on what we saw on Tuesday in our victory against Ottawa in the Champions Cup. So I'm going to dive into it, talk you through the players that I think are going to start, the shape we're going to play, and so on. Okay, so this is the roster that started on Tuesday night. I do think we're going to see pretty much wholesale changes. So we're going to go through one by one and talk about those. So in goal, I do think Schwacke is going to stay in goal. He is our first choice, I think, for this season. He's looked good. He looked composed. He looked quite confident in goal on Tuesday night. I would like to see a little bit more intensity with the ball. I think sometimes he gets a little bit too overconfident. And I'd like to see just a little bit more crispness on some of his passes. There was occasional passes that were not quite as crisp as they could have been on Tuesday night. I think we got away with a couple of them and just need to be really focused in that side of his game. But other than that, solid performance on Tuesday night. Didn't have too much to do. Right back, I think we are going to see Nahar starting there. I think this is going to be our first 11, like our main top players starting. Nahar coming in there. I mean, even on Tuesday night, he added so much to the game. I'm a little bit worried after talking to Greg on Revolution Recap. You can check out that video on the channel as well about Turgeman. He looks like he could be fast on that left wing. And I do feel like there is a space where the team could get in behind us. We played very attacking on Tuesday and we pushed the Ottawa defense really into their own half. You know, Mayer and Williams were up way above the halfway line. I do think there's a little bit of space on the counter that I'm worried about there, but I do believe that the qualities that Andy Nahar brings in terms of his ball delivery, his composure, I think are going to be essential, and he is still a good defender. Okay, on our right-hand side, I think we're going to see Palacios play there for the first time this season. He's great at bedrock. He might have a little bit of a competition to face in Campana, possibly, or Turgeman if he starts down the middle. Different opposition, different players that he could be facing, but I think he's going to be up for this. And he's going to give enough. I think he'll be absolutely fine in there, right centre-back. Now, Waledzy's going to start. I'm pretty sure Waledzy's going to start as our left centre-back. I'm a little bit worried about him. Of course, it's his first MLS game. They could choose to target him. He could be facing a little bit more. I think he has the qualities to deal with it. I think he's going to be fine. But he's a target. He's a centre-back starting in a new league for the first time. That's never easy. We're going to free Bauer from the left wing, left back, where I just don't think he looks great, if I'm honest. So Lovitz at left back. Obviously, great defensively. He's going to try and do what he does. You know, a little bit of movement up the left wing. But I think the defensive role is more important. Now we have these 3 DPs that are very capable up top. I think it's more important that his defensive work is the majority of his work and that he just adds enough on that left wing, enough deliveries and so on to help free up space for them. So moving to his midfield, it seems like we're playing with a flat 3 this year. So don't think any of these players are going to be starting. In the central role here, I'm going to put, I don't think it matters too much. I think Yazbek or Tagzeth, probably Eddie. Of course, Eddie is left-footed, so maybe he plays on the left side of this, but we're not sure. But I think he's kind of that defensive shielding player, good energy to get around and close down those channels, make sure that their midfield's under pressure. I think he looks good in that position. Going to put Yazbek here on the right. Again, very capable physically. We know what to expect from him. I would like him to get forward a bit more. I think he looks really good. He's had, I think it was last season in the Open Cup, he had a good couple of strikes where he just had some space to run into and just get a strike away. I'd like to see that more from him. I'd love him to be able to move forward and get into more goal-scoring opportunities because I think he has a great finish on him and a good strike of the ball. On the left-hand side, this is kind of the one position that needs discussion, is this left-hand side. Now, I'm pretty much going to do this as the last lineup that we saw in Florida, and Charles-Emile Brunet was the player in here. I think he might be the unexpected extra midfielder. I'm not sure whether we are going to see him in here, but I feel like he has been getting more game time than we'd expect, and he was in this final lineup. So I'm going to put him in there and see how he does. We may find that it's Kasim. It may be Muil. This third position in midfield is a bit of a difficult one. We always seem to be just lacking that one extra player that we need to make this midfield obvious. And I think we do need one more starting central midfielder to make this the team. You know, we don't have to worry about it. We know exactly what the lineup is, and that is the strongest team. You don't argue with it. Brunet's going to go in there for now. Left wing, it's Sam Surridge. It's a weird combo because saying Sam Surridge's left wing, but it's not really being played like that. Really, that Hani is dropping in from the 9 to then be able to feed Espinoza and Sam. And Sam likes drifting from that left side anyway. He likes coming across and cutting across his body for a strike. So yeah, Surridge is starting out on that left side in this attack. As mentioned, Hani goes next. He's going to be there in the 9, dropping into a false 9 and sometimes leading that line and getting in behind the defenders too. Really interesting. And this right-hand side takes care of itself. Espinoza, who else would you expect there? I'm really excited for these 3 to combine. I'm excited for these 3 to get a whole game. From what's been said about Revolution recap, I think Hani dropping into that 9 could be interesting as well. I think he could be causing a little bit of havoc with their defenders, and Surridge coming inside and cutting in. I think that's going to be really interesting. It is a thought, though, that with Sam moving in from that left-hand side, there is more space for Lovitz to be able to push on potentially and make the most of that space. I'm just hoping that he has enough energy and stamina to be able to do that and to really add to that attack. I think that's probably where Reed Baker-Whiting actually becomes a really important cog in our system, is the idea that he is better attacking on that left-hand side. Not amazing defensively at the minute, but he is a very good attacker on that left-hand side. And if Sam is going to start pulling in and becoming, closer and linked up to Hani and not replaying the traditional left winger, and we don't really want him tracking back that too much, I do see an interesting system where maybe Eddie goes out onto that left-hand side and covers that hole and can cover back into left back. And we've got Lovitz or Reed Baker-Whiting pushing on and giving more attack on that left-hand side and giving us a sort of box in midfield defending. That left-hand side pushing on, and maybe Nahar comes inside on the right to keep things nice and compact and make sure that we don't get counter-attacked down that side, for instance. But it's going to be interesting as this moves through the season how this is going to happen and the flexibility we might need to see in this team. So there we go. That's my predicted 11. Other than the Brunei call, I think it's probably everything we'd expect. I'd love to hear your opinion on who's going to get that role in the central midfield. And also, if you think any of this is wrong, who you reckon is going to start in our 11 this weekend. But just let me know. I'd love to hear that. And if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share with friends, get us out to your Nashville SC friends. I'd really appreciate that as the channel grows. And I can't wait to see you in the next video and also get the win this weekend.